Hey everybody, Ron here with Solo Operative Games. Today we are back at my table playing Merchant's Cove, and today we are going to look inside the secret stash. This shouldn't be a spoiler to you. If it is, I'm sorry. This game's been out a very long time, and unfortunately some people didn't realize that underneath the insert in the secret stash there was a whole new playable character called the Thief, including a rules that you had to go download via a QR code, or they're available on the forums now on BGG. But that's what we're going to try out today. We're going to learn the rules of the Thief and play a game against the Peddler. Now, the Thief is not totally supported in the solo mode, and we'll see why. We're going to try it. I have not tried. I've learned the rules and I've played him, but I have not tried him against the Peddler. I think we can make it work. I'm just not sure how the scoring is going to be, like whether we're going to blow him out of the water or we're going to get destroyed. Who knows? But we'll see how to play the Thief. And I will say that I've watched both other playthroughs of the Thief that are available on YouTube that I could find, and both of them did have some errors in interpreting the rules. And I don't fault them for that because the rules are not totally clear. I've tried to find as many errata and FAQs that I can find and try and really learn how the Thief is intended to be played. So let's get into that. Let's learn the Thief. The first thing is let's just talk about all his special rules. I've got the rule book here because I don't want to miss anything. So you need to have all 8 of the rogue meeples, and you're going to put 1 in the center space of the board. You use the box as your game board. With the new expansion coming out, they have actually provided a actual game board that's not a box to play it on, and there's also a miniature that you can use similar to the other merchants. So look for that upcoming in the expansion if you backed it. So we're going to start with the rogue there. We've got the 5 faction leaders. We've got the Thief rogue card. And we've got the Intel card. That's pretty much all we need. We're going to use the Thief. There's not a lot of explanation of what this one, but basically it says they're allowed to be put on boats. You start with 3 in the bag and 4 in the den. And then during cleanup phase, rogues do not go back in the bag. So any rogue that comes out onto a dock is left on the dock. And we'll see why that's important in a minute. But that's the rogue card. And it says that the Thief is not compatible with any other rogue card. So if you want to play the Thief either solo or in a multiplayer game, you're going to need to use this one. And that's kind of why he's not really supported in the solo game, especially in those solo scenarios that require very specific rogue cards. So that's kind of there. Okay, so we've got the Intel card. We start at 0 Intel with all the 4 factions, and then we start second from the top with our rogue. Normally they'd be standing up, but I've laid them down just to be easier to see, and we'll just go wherever their feet are. Then we're going to put 4 in the bag. We already said 4 in the lair, 3 in the bag. We did that, and we're ready to go. Okay, so special rules. Corruption. We cannot gain corruption cards, or townsfolk cards. Whenever we gain them through whatever means, instead we discard them and we gain whatever symbols are on them in Intel. So if we take a corruption card that has 1 corruption on it, we would just move our rogue up 1 on the track. If we took one that had 2 corruption and a blue, we'd move the rogue up 2, and then obviously he can't go beyond the end, and the blue up 1. If we took a townsfolk that had like 3 yellow symbols, we go up 3 on the yellow. So whenever we take a corruption card or a townsfolk card, we're just moving up on the tracks. Okay, and that's gaining intel, or spending intel is moving down. So that's how we deal with corruption emergent cards. You must gain the intel if it's on the card. You cannot be like, oh, I really want a small good, I don't want to go into large good territory, but I just got a blue. You have to go up if you get that card that has it on there, unless you're at the top, right? Okay, how he works in his board here is every turn you must move the rogue character from his current spot to some other spot. Oh, that's kind of a noisy little thing, so maybe I'll grab him instead of sliding him. So however far you move is how many times you're going to drop your rogue intel. So if I move 1 spot here, which I must move at least 1, then we go down 1 space. Every spot is accessible from 1 away, or from at least 2 away. So if you're over here, you can get to 1, 2. Otherwise, everything else is pretty much, it's always going to be 1 or 2 spaces to get to where you want to go. And you do the action there just like you would any other merchant. And we'll talk about those actions in a minute. Okay. We gain goods based on how much intel we have. We don't sell goods, we sell intel. But we cannot sell at a pier where there is not a rogue meeple. So it's going to be very important to us to get rogue meeples out of the bag and onto the docks so that we can sell our intel to the people on the docks. And then based on how higher intel is, you can see the small goods are anywhere on the first 3 levels. So we start at 0, but if we get 1, 2, or 3, we're going to have 3, 6, or 9. So it's equivalent of having like 1, 2, or 3 small goods for another merchant. Once you go up to the 4th level, or I guess that's technically the 5th level, it's worth 12 or 16, and it's considered a large good and must be sold at the large dock or the black market. But once you get to the top space, it's worth a ton, but you have to sell at the black market. And remember, whenever you sell at the black market, you must draw a corruption card. We cannot draw corruption cards. We just draw one, discard it, and gain the symbol. So that's actually a really good way to move our rogue guy back up so he can move around the board more. The other thing is, if ever at the start of our turn we're at the very bottom and have no rogue intel, we move him up 1 at the beginning of our turn. So we always are guaranteed to have 1 space and then use it to move somewhere. So that's that. All right. The after hours rule and the hazardous rule only apply if you're playing against the innkeeper or the dragon rancher. So we're going to ignore those. And let's move into his actions. In the top right is Power Broker. That is to take, it's cost 1 time. You're going to take a rogue out of the den. I don't really have the den on camera. You're going to take it out of the den and you're going to put him on any pier. So that is a guaranteed way to force a rogue to be there so that you can sell goods at that pier. Right now we only start with 4 rogues in the den, so we're limited in where we can send our rogues to, but that is an option to send them out to a pier for 1 time. All right, the next action we'll move over here, and this is to counterfeit a good from another player. Well, if we're playing solo, we only have the Peddler's goods, so that's the only one we'll be counterfeiting. We spend 1 time for a small good, 2 time for a large good, and we're going to gain intel equal to the size of that good. So go up either 1 or 2 spaces in the color of that good. So as an example, if I move here, send one of my rogues from the den over the Peddler who's got like a large yellow good, then I would go up 1, 2 spaces. Now I leave the rogue there to mark that I've already counterfeited that good, so I can't do it again until I bring the rogue back. And we'll talk about how that happens in a minute. That's counterfeiting goods. It might be a little trickier with only the Peddler to gain. I think this is going to be much easier in a multiplayer game where you've got like tons of goods all over the board and you can be like, okay, I really need green. Who has green goods? I'll go counterfeit their goods. We'll have to make it work with the Peddler. All right, the next one is Infiltrate. Now this is how we're going to gain sponsorships. You're going to spend 1 time and you're going to send a rogue from the den into any of the faction guilds, and that will give you a sponsorship in that guild, and he will pretend to be that guy. So if we send him into the wizards or clerics, whatever, the blue guys, then he'll now be a blue and give us a blue sponsorship. So if there were three blues and 1 gray, that's technically 4 of them, we get 4 points. So we can get sponsorships that way by sending out our rogues into the different faction halls. That's pretty cool. And then we've got Recall, which is our center action here. And that is going to be bring 3 rogues back from wherever I've sent them, whether it be out on the piers, infiltrate goods, in the faction halls, take up to 3 of them and bring them back into the rogue's den. So that's how I get my rogues back. Pretty easy, it just costs 1 time. The next action, bottom left here, that is going to be Scheme. I'm going to pay 2 time to draw 3 corruption cards, and I'm going to keep 2 of them. Not really keep, but apply 2 of them. So I get the symbols based on those are, whatever 2 cards I choose, and discard all 3 of them after I've done so. So that's pretty good if I really want to gain a lot of rogue intel, because corruption cards always have rogue intel. Sometimes they have the other faction colors. So that's for 2 time to do that. And the last action we have is called Pickpocket, and that is how we interact with the townsfolk. I'm going to send a rogue out to one of the townsfolk spaces, just right above it, put it there. I pay the cost just like I would a normal townsfolk recruit action, where it might be a corruption to draw a corruption card and then some amount of time. And instead of keeping the townsfolk card, I discard it and I get the symbols. I don't get any of their benefits at the bottom. So if it says like gain a gray good, don't get it. Take another townsfolk, don't get it. You know, it's whatever the abilities are, they don't apply to me. All I care about is their symbols. That is all the actions of rogue. So pretty easy. I think the rogue is actually a very easy character to play as far as difficulty if you want to give someone that's learning the game, because all you're doing is just trying to get the goods, move these little tracks up, and then figure out where you want to sell them, where you want to end up at the thing. Okay, so let's talk about the market phase. When we're selling, remember we can only sell our intel at a dock that has a rogue. That rogue doesn't count as that color though, it just enables us to sell there. So if I'm at the large goods dock and I've got a red up here, but I don't have a rogue at the dock, I can't sell it. But if I do have a rogue, and let's say there's 2 red warriors there, then I'm looking at 24 value for my sell. So selling a large good for 12 times 2 warriors, 24 bucks. This goes all the way back down to 0. I don't have to sell. I can wait. I can say, well, I see there's 1 warrior at the large good, but there's a lot more at the what's it called? The black market, and I can sell this large good at the black market for 12 times the number of warriors there. But the top level is you must sell it at the black market. And then you go back down to 0. So that's how the rogue sells goods of all his types. And then we do sponsorships. Again, I said that was however many colors are in that faction, including the rogues. Everybody gets to include the rogues. They're effectively that color while they're in the guild. They're infiltrating. They're wearing a disguise. And so everybody would count those as far as their sponsorships. The last thing is the hidden influence. Now you find out of all the players that you're playing against, who lost the most points to corruption. In a Peddler game, a solo game versus the Peddler's the only one going to lose points to corruption, so it would automatically be him. But in a multiplayer, it might be just one player that took a ton of corruption, and the benefit is you gain points equal to how much they lost. So let's say we're playing against Peddler and he loses 36 points to corruption. I gain 36 points. So I am trying to sick him with as much corruption as possible, which means I want lots of rogues in the den, but I also want rogues all over the places getting me guild sponsorships, letting me sell. So there's a kind of a trade-off of trying to give the other players corruption so that you get points versus allowing you to sell goods and do all the other actions. So I think this recall phase is probably going to be our last action of the game to try and move as many rogues back into the den as possible, assuming the Peddler has corruption cards. If he doesn't have a lot of corruption cards, I could care less that people are here, right? But that is could be a nice chunk of final scoring points as far as you gain how much they lose. Now, I don't have symbols, so I'm not going to get that final scoring points of all the faction halls. So we could be in a little bit of trouble there if we don't have a nice lead, where the Peddler could end up passing us like they did last game, gaining like 70-something points in faction hall colors scoring. So that is it. Let's get into a game and maybe talk about some of the other elements that affect the thief in the solo game and the multiplayer game. Okay, guys, we are set up for a playthrough of the Thief versus the Peddler. I will be the black player, the Thief. No, the Peddler will be the purple player, and he's borrowing the goods from the blacksmith to sell. We haven't used those in a while. Now let's talk about setup and Friar's other modules. From top to bottom, I think using the alternate boats would be fine. That would probably help both players equally. The rogue is really going to benefit from having more meeples come out of the bag so that I can find the extra rogues that are in here. So I think the larger boats might help the rogue a little more, the thief a little more. But everyone's going to benefit from more people on the docks. So I think that would be fine to play. The Dragon Island module, I think, is way too overpowered for the thief, because whenever you draw boats, the Dragon Island is supposed to be a negative hindrance to picking the color you want, making you take a corruption card, but the thief benefits in both ways, that he can pick the color he wants and he gets the corruption, which is actually good for him. So I think Dragon Island probably not going to be good for the thief, unless you want to give the thief an advantage. Maybe they're a newer player, a weaker player, and you want to kind of even the playing field a little bit. As far as townsfolk, I don't know which townfolk are going to be better or worse, or actually I just don't want that to affect this gameplay where we're learning to play the thief. So I've actually just gone and grabbed 3 random cards from every townfolk deck, mixed them all together. Well, I haven't shuffled them yet, but we'll shuffle these all together So we're going to get every single possible townsfolk in the game and see if maybe one is more beneficial or harmful to the thief player. As far as the faction halls where you get the bonuses, that is not compatible because there is no way for the thief to have endgame symbols to win any of those. So any of the faction plus the den bonus things, those would always go to your opponents and you'd have no shot at winning those. So I don't think those are compatible. Then you've got the extra corruption cards that make you sell goods to pass them to your neighbor. I don't really think those add much. I think they would work fine in this game, but I don't think they would add much. So I've just left them out. We've already discussed that there is only one rogue card that is compatible, and that is the Thief Guild. And that's pretty much it. Now, over on the Peddler's side, a few people have told me I'm playing on easy mode with the Peddler, and that is correct. We've been kind of learning each character as we go, so we didn't really want to focus too much on how the Peddler's doing. But in this game where I don't know how the Peddler's going to do or how high I'm going to score, or if it's even going to work, I've gone ahead and added the 4 hard mode Peddler cards. And all those do, you probably can't see very well because the camera has to be so zoomed out to get all this on the screen, but it takes away both of the ×0 cards, so those will never happen. And it whenever he draws meeples from the bag and recruits townsfolk, it adds a corruption on the other side of that. So it just puts more corruption in his deck, I guess, to compensate for the no longer having the ×0s. Oh wait, no, I looked at that wrong. It takes a corruption out of his deck. So he's going to be getting two less cards that have him gaining corruption. Okay, so this is definitely hard mode. Because A is never getting the ×0, which was kind of like, yay, he didn't get anything. And he's not gaining corruption as often. So, interesting. I'm having a feeling I'm about to get smoked. But let's give it a try. What I really want in this video is an accurate representation of the thief and the rule set for the thief. And because of that, if I do miss anything or goof anything with the thief character, please comment below, add timestamps, and let me know kind of what I did wrong or what source you have, because I've tried to look up every single rule, but it's possible I could still go on the wrong way. Okay, so let's go ahead with the rest of Arrival Phase. So we'll add our townsfolk out here. Like these ones, I don't look at the yellow. Oh, and I gotta go get the gray goods. Be right back. Okay. I can't get them, but I think the Peddler can, so we'll just throw those over there as an option for him if he does happen to do that. But yeah, again, I don't look at the bottoms, and wow, 3 of these guys came out even though I shuffled, and they don't help me one bit, right? I'm only interested in symbols. So guess we're only going for this guy at first anyway. So that's that. We need to load the boats. Let's do that. Well, fun part of reaching across the table, and you guys see in the back of my head. Okay, green boat, a barred boat, and then one of every color in the other 2. Dude, no sleeping in the boats, come on. So far, lots of green. Wow. That is a ton of green already. Okay, we did get one of our rogues out, and that's great. Either whether he goes onto the dock or into the lair, either way, it's good to see. The Peddler is going to get his initial 4. No rogues there, which is a good thing. I did not want to see any rogues there. Okay. Anything else we need to do? No, I think we're good. Rogue goes first. Yes. All right. Let's see what happens. Rogue's gonna gain a small blue good. Starting it off well. And he is going to spend 1 time for that good. And that is it. Back to us. All right, what are we gonna do this rogue? Do I wanna try and get a rogue out onto a dock yet? Not really. Do you want to try and get this guy? I don't really need symbols, corruption symbols yet, so I probably don't worry about that. I could go still his blue good there. But that only upped me 1 on the blue track. Man, this is actually not as easy. I could send 1 to a faction hall, but they're all kind of weak at the moment. There's no point in recalling, so I don't know if there's a good option right now. I mean, I would like to go get some green intel, right, with all those green bards out there, but there is no way currently for me to get green intel. No green symbols here. I could draw a corruption card. There might be green there, but I'd probably be wasting rogue intel. Well, let's send out a guy and get some blue intel then. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. So that costs us 1 movement. And then we're gonna send a rogue out to the peddler to counterfeit his blue good. So I gain 1 blue intel, so that now is worth 4. And it's gonna cost me 1 time. Dang it, I didn't, I don't wanna go again. I want something to happen, more stuff to be out here. Because I don't really want to send a rogue out to a dock that he doesn't need to go. So let's now do the, I mean, is there a road? Yeah, there's a road up here. It's hard to see the roads, and I know on the new player board with expansion, they've updated some of the artwork. The tunnels aren't there because they're actually not, you can't like tunnel from one side to the other. That doesn't work. That was clarified in the forums. But I could go over the top and put a rogue out there. I'd rather probably do the one that lets me do the townsfolk. So let's do that. So that's going to cost me 1, 2 movement. And I can't even like see over the lip of the board. So that's another problem here. Yeah, so we'll go down 2 on that track. And then we're going to influence a guy. So the only one we really can is this one. It's going to cost us 2 time, and I am going to gain a red intel and a rogue intel. And then this guy gets discarded. All right, and now that'll slide over the end of my turn here. Hey, there's some green intel, and I can actually get him, but I can't do the same action twice, so I'll have to go somewhere else. But I did cross-load the boats, so let's bring out a meeple here. I've got red and blue, so that's okay. I want red and blue. It's hard because it's like, right now I want small goods, but if I get more red, then I might want large. I know he's about to get a small red good, so maybe we'll just put it here and hopefully we can get all the way up to large red and sell it for that. Cool. All right, that's the end of my turn, so we'll go back to the peddler. And he's going to get a small red good like we expected, which is actually great for me. I can counterfeit that. It only costs him 1 time to do. So he gets to go again, and looks like he's going to get 1 or 2 small yellow goods. Just 1. He hasn't lost the boats, I'm just making sure. Okay, so small yellow good, and that cost him 1 time. And now he does load the boats. Now he's going to look for yellow. He doesn't have it. He'll look for red. He does have a red meeple. He's going to put that out, and that is going to go to the left side inside. All right, so that's where he places his guy. And he gets to go again because he's on top, and he's a cheater, right? And this one he's going to gain, draw 2 meeples from the bag and get a townsfolk. And the townsfolk he wants is from the right side of the board inside. So he's going to take this one. Wow, it's been a while since I played townsfolk. Does he give all this stuff? I think he does, right? Let me look really quick. Don't want to play that wrong if I'm like, let's see, recruits townsfolk card, place recruits, place face up. Oh yeah, it doesn't say. And nor the townsfolk ability. Okay. So he doesn't care about the abilities either. So none of us care about the abilities at all. All we care about is symbols. So he recruited this guy and he draws 2 meeples from the bag. And he's going to have a lot of faction sponsorships here. Good. Luckily, they're not worth a lot right now. So he got his guy. There's actually no symbols there, so that was perfect for us. That's going to cost him 2 time. 1, 2. Reload. Oh no! He slid the green guy over, and now I can't get him unless I recall. That's a bummer. So I think we're going to have to go like, what's it called? Counterfeit, then recall, then go and infiltrate. Or not infiltrate. Man, they all have crazy names, and I'm not going to remember. That one is called pickpockets. Okay. So he needs to load the boats again. Again, he's going to load a red, and he's going for right side inside. Okay. So we're looking good for small red goods being worthwhile at the middle dock, and I probably want to have one at the middle dock anyway at some point. Yeah, we'll get one out there. And that is the end of his turn. It is now our turn. So as we said, we're going to go counterfeit one of his goods. That's a 2 movement. I do have 2. And then if I recalled, I would only need 1. Yeah, we can do this. Okay. So I will go 1, 2, spend the 2. And then I'm going to counterfeit a red good for 1 red intel. And that costs me 1 time. I get to now go again. Because I'm at the bottom, I go up 1. And now I'm going back here. And that costs me 1 movement and 1 time to recall 3 rogues. So I'll take these 2 and this one back into the den. Okay. Do get to load the boats. Looking for red or blue. I got a blue guy. Where do we want to put this? Probably in small. He does have a blue small though. Do I think I'm going to be able to get up to large blue? There is a blue icon there. Probably not. We don't have a lot of time left. So maybe I just try not to get small blue so he can't sell, or force him to sell at the black market. Maybe we'll do that. Force my rogue to come in. All right, let's do that. Put a blue there. I gotta go again. I'm on top. Sweet. And since the bottom, I go up 1. And this one will be another. I mean, we could counterfeit his goods again, but we wanted this green dude. Yeah. Oh, do we really want green goods anymore? Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of green meeples out there. I think I want to go up in like 1 track, not focus on single. So do I go for a blue track? Yeah, I think I am. All right, so we're going to come down for 1 movement here. And we are going to go pickpocket this dude here to get some blue intel. Now that is going to give me a corruption card. That's just a single corruption, so I'll go up 1 on the rogue intel. Discard that. And then this goes away. New one comes out. Ooh, a blue and a red. That one is really nice. And then I paid 2 time for that. 1, 2. All right, we got a yellow meeple this time. He has small yellow. I don't have any. So I could force him to go corruption. Yeah, let's do. No, there's likely there's going to be a yellow one here. So I just need to spread it out. Yeah, I don't know. This is a new game for me, like not knowing what kind of goods I have till the end. So, I mean, I just don't have any yellow smalls, so maybe we just put it here and spread them out. So no boat's worth too much for him. Okay, and now it is back to the Peddler's turn. He's getting a large red, which is not good news. Oh, and he's getting 2 of them. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, man. Okay. 2 large red goods. 2 time. 1, 2. And he'll place a red meeple. And he's looking at the left side outside. Oh, even worse. Oh, guys. This is not good. Okay. because he's going to make, well, that's 12 times 3 is 36. If I can get up to 12, which is 2 more intel, I just have to counterfeit his large good, and I'm counteracting it. So I think we're okay. We've got time to do it. Yes, okay. But he does get to go again, which is just cheap. And he's gaining 2 gold. Remember, there's 2 coins there for everyone here, and he's doing it twice. So that's 4 points, basically. And that costs him 2 time. He's loading 2 more boats. He has a blue. The blue will go left side inside, so that one will sail in. And these guys will come to their hull. And then he is going to load a second meeple, which will be this other blue one. And there's no more on the left, so I'll go to the right, but stay inside, so that's coming here. All right, so lots of blue. And I've got small blue. That's not too bad. We couldn't avoid getting them the 2 small red, yellow and red. Wow, he's going to sell a lot there. Cool. And now it goes back to us. So we were going to go and counterfeit, but that's 2 movement, and I do not have 2 movement, so I'm going to have to go somewhere else first. If I do 2 time, I'll have 1 more turn. Getting a rogue over here would be worth 4 points to me. Don't really care. I could draw corruption cards. That's not a bad idea. Let's do that. So we're going to move over here, spending 1 to do it. And I'm going to draw 3 of these. Oh, this is nice. Oh my goodness. Wow. 3 double corruption. Okay, so what do we want as far as colors? Well, we know we're going to get 2 reds, so we don't need any more reds, because then it would force us to the large market, or the black market, there's no reds there. So we don't want this one. So it's going to be this one. We're going to get 4 rogue intel. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to yellow intel and a blue. That was pretty nice. Because now we're maxed out on the small blue. We've got a small yellow just to sell a little bit. Or we could hold on to it if we wanted to. And then we know we're red, so they're going to be large. That was great. Great draw from the corruption deck. 2 time for us. And we need to load just 1 meeple. And it is a yellow. I don't think it affects either one of us, but oh no. There are no rogues on the dock, guys. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I mean, I guess I want this guy to come out. Oh, we're in big trouble. Okay, let's see if we can somehow alleviate this. Because now that all the boats are loaded, the shop market will only have 1 more turn. So that 1 more action is going to be putting a rogue onto the harbor. I can't put it there because I can't sell a large red good. It wouldn't help me at all. I could put it there and sell all my smalls. Not going to give me a ton of points. Is it worth selling to the black market? There's already a rogue there. I wouldn't need to put them out, and I would just try and go maybe raise my yellow intel. There's just no multiplier there. There's 1 of each. We might just not sell any goods. I mean, small blues are pretty worthwhile right now. That's 3 times 12, so 36. So it would cancel out his big reds. So maybe I do want to get a rogue there. All right, we'll do it. So I need to spend 2 movement to get up there. And then we're going to take a rogue and put him on the small pier. Wow. I mean, we were saving up. We knew we needed to do it, and I just ran out of time. I needed to do 2 actions. I could only do 1. Okay. So that cost me 1 time, and that's the end of my round. He still gets to go 1 more. He's going to the red faction hall and just getting 2 points and costing him 2 time. Okay. End of the round. Let's do his goods. So he's at the large market. He's got 2 of these, each of them worth 18 for 36 points. Plus his 6 is 42. I have no large goods, so that's nothing. I have nothing there. In the smalls, he's got a blue 4, which is worth 12. Green 3, or red 3, which is worth 6, so that's 18 total. And then another 8, so that's 26. Right? Yes, 26 points, which puts him at 68. Great first round for him. Okay. So he's sold all his goods. Now, what do I want to sell? I can sell my small blue. Let's do that. So that's 12 times 3. It's 36 points for me. If I sold my yellows, it would be worth 8 points. If I sold my reds, it's worth 12. Do I wait? I could just sell something to the black market just to get a corruption card to maybe get me some more movement for next round. Ooh, this is a challenging thing. Maybe I overestimated how simple the thief was going to be. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just wait and try and get these guys up higher. So let's wait on that. And not do any more selling. So all these guys are going to come back. However, the rogues are going to stay there. So maybe I'll just drop them down so you guys can easily see that they are there. And I'll just go back in the bag. Okay, sponsorships. I have none, as I didn't send any rogues out for sponsorships. He has a green one times 4, so he's just going to get a bonus 4 points for being the peddler that he is. Okay. That is the end, so let's do the arrival phase for number 2. Little mouse is going to come here. He goes first since he was further up the track. Oops, shuffle all of his cards. I didn't even notice if any of the ones he drew were the hard mode cards. I wasn't watching, but... All right, that is definitely a hard mode card. So we need to slide these back. Need to remove this guy. Slide these all down. Everything's good down here, so we just need to load the boats. Cool. Well, at least I don't have to worry too much about getting rogues out on the deck, right? On the docks. They're already out there, except for on the big one. All right, so after having a ton of bards, now the bards are nowhere to be seen. They're out singing merrily somewhere. Still yet to see a bard. I guess a bunch of them are in their faction hall. Wow, not a single one. Which is not bad because I don't have any green intel, so I don't need it. We need to put a new one there, and then we need to fill up his. Oh, there's one. Oh my gosh, there's the rest of the bards. Okay, so I would love him to draw green goods right now. Well, maybe not. Whatever. Cool. He goes first. Let's see what he's doing. He's recruiting a townsfolk. Just doing it once. He's looking at the right side inside, so he's going to take this one. That does give him some symbols, just the green symbol and a corrupt. And he will gain 2 more meeples. Oh, there's a rogue. Bummer. He's stolen one of them. Oh, a double red. That one's nice, but I can't get him. Okay. How much time that costs him? 2. Load the boats. He has no goods out there. What does he do? I don't remember. Loading the boats. choose adventurer, choose the color, the right most good. If the right most good does not have a matching customer, do this for each good. If the customer contains no matching customers, contains one or more rogues, select rogue. Hey! He takes the rogue. Thank you. And where's he going to put him? He's putting him on the right side inside. So that one's going to come to the... I don't want him there. It means I could recall one, I guess. That's okay. I would have loved to have him over here, right? So I could sell him to that dock. Okay, that cat, he is done. So it goes to us. I really like this dude, a blue and a red. I'm 2 away from pickpocketing. I have 2 time right now. I would love to get a lot of corruption. But this girl, I could get a corruption, but she didn't give me symbols. This one I cannot. I cannot go to his goods because he has none. I don't really want to place one out on the dock yet. I can't, actually. I don't want to recall, so we don't have a lot of options. I could get one into the bards here. There's quite a few there. But I think I want to go... Should we maybe draw more corruption cards? That was not a bad action. Sure, let's do that. So we're going to go 1, 2, move them down 2 spaces, and draw 3 corruption cards. Okay, we got... we'll dust card this one, so we'll get 3 rogue intel. 1, 2, 3, and 1 blue. All right, that cost me 2 times, so I'll load some boats. That is a bard, okay. I just know, where do I want to put this guy? I have no idea. I have no green intel, so I could care less. Let's put him here. But I gotta go again because I'm on top, and we said we were gonna go pickpocket, so we'll come down here. And I'm going to send this rogue out there. That's going to cost me 2 time to do so. I'm going to go corruption, actually. Yeah. So here, for taking this one, I get a green... Do I want a green symbol? No, I didn't want it. I wanted this guy. I forgot. They shifted. Sorry, forgive me. I wanted this one. I get a blue and a red. Okay, so our red is almost a large good, but not quite yet. All right, those will slide down. Refill. Oh, triple green. That's nice. But I went up on corruption, so I take a corruption card. Oh, another double. 1, 2, and a yellow. These are coming up nice. Now it is the Peddler's turn. Large red. This time doesn't look as lucrative for him, but he's only getting 1 of them. It is only going to cost him 1 time to make, and that's his turn. So he goes again. He's getting 1 small yellow. That's fine. Oh, wow. If I can get that intel, or the red up to the top, that red boat is coming in there for a ton of points. Beautiful. Let's try and get like 4 reds in that boat. He got his 1 yellow. He'll do 1 time. He is going to take corruption, so he's actually going to come up here. Oh, wait, I don't look at it. I didn't look at it, I promise. I did, but who cares? Put him up there. Don't look at his corruption cards. I do that every time. And he's going to go again. And he's getting 1 blue good. That one costs him 2 time. And that's it for him. Okay, back to us. We know we want to counterfeit that large red good. That is way up here, though. So is there something on the way that's better? Recalling 3. Not yet. I mean, there's 2 that we want to recall. We could go draw more corruption cards, but that's a lot of time to get nothing. So I think we're just going to go straight to counterfeit. So we're going to spend 2 movement to do that. And we send our last rogue out to this red good. And that is going to give us 2 red intel, so we're up to 18 and must sell at the black market. And that costs us 2 time to do that. We're going to go again. All right, now in a phase, I think recall is a good action, so we'll do that. Come back here, spend 1 time, recall this one, and that one. Okay, how many rogues are out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 of the 8. No, the 7, because the other one's here, yeah. So there's one more in the bag. Who knows if we'll ever see it. Cool. What do we want to do then? Because I gotta go again. Yep, I do. Oh boy. No, I just did this. I'm gonna move once. Load the boats. Come on, warrior. I need a warrior. Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay, loving it. What is up? So warrior or Peddler's turn. He's getting large yellows now. One of them. Okay, and one time for him, he's going to put a yellow meeple left side outside. Ooh, that's not good. Because now his yellow is worth 16, unless I can sell this one in to port. So yeah, if I draw green or blue or rogue, I'll bring him this way. Red, I'm still putting in that boat. But he gets to go again because he's on top of me. His stuff does not take enough time. 2 small greens. He is just loaded. Wow. Okay. 2 time for that one. Load the boat twice. Okay. The first green. Please go left side. Nope. Right side inside. Oh no, guys. We just failed. We failed big time. Because that was his first load the boats. And now he's going again, and he's going to go right side. Oh, no, that's fine. It's fine. There's only 3 here. We're good. Oh, that could have been really bad. Okay, but now it is our turn, so we need to draw a warrior no matter what. Must draw a warrior. If Dragon Island was there, I'd be loving it, but it's not. What I want to do, I could come here and get the 3 green symbols. Is green is not going to be worth much right now. I think yellow is where it's at, large yellow. So I need 2 yellow intel, which I could do for counterfeiting. So let's go back there and counterfeit. So 1 movement, and we will counterfeit this large yellow good for 2 yellow intel. Sweet. So that's effectively us having 2 large yellow goods ready to sell. He only has 1. That's great. And that costs us 2 time. We'll do those twice. One of these must be a warrior. Must be a warrior. It is a warrior. Oh, yes. Come to the dock of the black market. Beautiful. 18 times 4 points coming in. 72 points. Beautiful. Okay, and there is a rogue there. We're good. I gotta load the boats again. This one, I mean, a yellow is not bad, actually. Even though he does have a large yellow good, I'll take it. Okay, it's a green. I just don't want to go to the middle dock. Yeah, I prefer it not on the middle dock. It's just 6 points if it goes there. Whereas that is adding me 16 points if I get another yellow there. But then he might sail this one in, and then I only get 1. So should we not be greedy? I think we shouldn't be greedy. Let's do this one. Because now he doesn't get a sell. Oh, that makes, oh shoot. Hold on. I want to put another red there so that he sells his red good here and not there. So do I bring in this dock? It makes my yellows worth nothing, but makes his red worth nothing. That might be the better play. I mean, I'm going to go again, and I'm going to load 2 more, right? Yes. So the odds that I get something better, so let's just put him here. And now I can kind of have control of what boat comes in. This boat should have already gone to the factions. Okay. All right, so I've loaded both my guys. I am on top though, so I go again. I think I want to pickpocket, right? And get this triple green because I can't get reds. The triple green, I could wait and sell later. I don't have to sell it as a small good, even though it's worth 9. But yeah, I think I want to do that. So I am going down 2 spaces. Oh, I don't have 2. Crap, I only have 1 movement. So I go put a guy on the dock. Then I don't get to control the boats, but if I don't get to sell there anyway. And then my large yellows are worthless. Okay, I guess, yep, we have to come over here. Spend 1 time, send a rogue there. All right, that's fine. It's the last time I have to worry about that. That's just 1 time for us. It does mean I get another turn though. He's gonna be putting out green guys. Darn it. Oh well. What is he doing? Sorry. He is going blue faction twice. So that's 6, because he gets 2 for every 1, and he's doing it twice, so that's 12 points. Plus the 72 is 84. He's going 2 time for that, and that will load the last boat. He's loading a green meeple. Left side, outside. Okay, that was good for him, actually. Because now his red goods go over there and sell for a lot. And then he will get his other green meeple and then put it in this one. Oh, that was really good for him. Darn it. Well, he's got no sponsorships. I guess that's one solace, right? All these rogues. No, not rogues. What are the green ones? Rangers? Hunters? I don't know. Oh, the bards, duh. I was like looking for a bow and arrow or something, but then I was like, oh yeah, they have lutes. They're singers. Okay, so that's his, but I have not. I get 1 more turn. I get 1 movement at the start of my turn. We could go out and get a faction bonus. It's worth 7 points to us. We could recall. There's kind of only 2 I really want to recall, so I don't think that's a great action. I could go counterfeit some more. I don't really care to make, I mean, I want to get down to pickpocket, right? That would be amazing if I had enough time, but that, oops, that's 2 movement. I don't have it. I also can't get to the draw corruption. So I think, yeah, it is going to be, come down here, spend 1 time, and send this rogue here to the guild hall. Okay, that's the end of the round. Let's do selling some goods at the large market. Yellow goods will sell, and this yellow good is worth 16 for him. Puts him in an even 100. So I guess we can just move him over to 0 and give him a crystal. Okay, and my yellow goods sell for 16 times 2 is 32. Where am I? 32 is 68. Okay. Yeah, that's all the large goods. Okay, coming to the small good market. He's selling a yellow good for 8. I'm gonna sell these separate just so I get the right counts. He's selling a blue good for nothing. And his green goods are 9 apiece, so they're 18, 26. Okay. And then as for us here at this dock, I could sell, no, I can't sell a single thing. I have no green and yellow and there's no blue there, so I don't sell anything. All right, coming to the black market, he's gonna sell this red good for 24. He's gonna take a corruption card, which I will not look at. And 24 plus 26 is 40. No, it's more than that, 50. Hasn't lapped me yet. And my red good, remember, sells for 18 times 4. That's 72. I do draw corruption, so that gives us 1 extra movement here. But 72 points plus 68 puts us at 140. So we almost caught up with that 1 move. That was pretty nice. Okay, so there's now 2 rogues sitting on that middle deck. Dock. All right, so that's market phase. Now we go to the sponsorships. He has no sponsorships. I have a green one, so I get 7. Ooh, I'm catching up. And that is it. Okay, and there are 3 guilds I might want to recall so I can do more actions, right? You are kind of limited once you get everybody out there. But we're good. Okay, and this needs to go all the way down though. Okay, round 3. I need a red jewel. Don't want to forget that. Let's put it there so you guys can see it. Need to get rid of this one. Okay, let's shuffle his deck here. Okay, so as of now, he does not have a lot of corruption. I mean, he's got 1 here and maybe 4 there, but probably more likely 2. So it's only 3 points that he would lose and I would gain. So I just need to think about recalling right now is about 18 points for me, maybe 24 to 30. I don't know. So I have to weigh that against being able to sell stuff. Okay. Let's load some boats. Ready for round 3. Bard's gonna make an early showing this round after sitting out last game. There's the last rogue. Wow, okay. So all the rogues are out. Yellow and blue. Okay, Warriors finally make a showing. But not a strong one. Bard's much more in the game here. And then as far as his 4 initial meeples, okay. He starts with his 1 blue good that he did not sell. All right, I am going first. What do I want to do? I think we're recalling. Is that our first action? Don't need to put anyone out there. Oh, is there a guy that we'd like to pickpocket? Oh, we cannot because we don't have that. So we must recall. So we're coming here, going down 1 step, and we're going to pickpocket now. Who do we want to pickpocket here? Triple green, pretty nice. Since there are a lot of greens out there. No double greens, though. There's also a lot of yellows, but there's no real red. So I think I will just take this guy here. The only benefit for going here is I draw a corruption card with it. The other benefit is if I take this one which I kind of want is going to slide into the spot. Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm recalling. Recall. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wow. We're recalling. Okay. That's 1 time. Red. Oh. I don't know what to do with red. Probably put it on small. Sure. Okay, Peddler's turn. He's getting a yellow good for 1 time. Load boats. He's going to bring out the blue meeple. Left side inside. So that boat's already coming in to sail. Or to port. Okay. He's going again. He's taking a blue good. 2 of them, in fact. 2 time. He is not taking corruption, so we'll go right past that. And load boats. He's going to load blue again. So he's going to go left side inside. Okay. That is him, so my turn. I could counterfeit a blue good, which is not bad because small blues might sell for a lot, but I don't want to make them any more valuable to him. But I could get them up to be 12 points if I go up 1 more time. Or his are going to only be 8 points each, but that's still 24. And I'm getting 24. Okay, so I would wash there if I got one more blue. But let's do what we said we're going to do. We're going to go down here, so moving one movement to pickpocket. Send this guy here and get 3 green intel. Or are we gonna do that other thing where we said we'll go here first and then come back to get this? Let's do that. Hopefully it works out. So we're just getting 2 red intel and a corruption. Corruption is giving us 1 yellow and 2 movement, 2 rogue. Cool. We've drawn so many corruption like that. That's crazy. 2 time for that. I will definitely go up here. Draw another corruption. Just a single. But we've got lots of movement to work with. That's good. And the replacement is a triple blue. Oh my gosh. The triple blue would put me at the top. And then I would have to get some blues out here. But I gotta go again. So do I want to draw some corruption cards? Probably not really. Faction Hall, I guess, eventually out to that green one, probably. Corruption, I don't need to put a guy out. Wow, okay. I basically want to do this again, but I don't know what I want to do in the meantime. Because I only have 2 more, right? And so if one of them is up here, one of them is out there, then like, what do I do the rest of the time? Oh, and then how do I put one here? I'm going to have to recall again at some point. Okay, so I think then that means if I'm going to recall before I put the green, yeah, so we should go do an intel. So we're going to go 1, 2, move down 2 spaces, and counterfeit a blue good. Okay. And then that costs us 1 time. So we're going to go again. And now do we go right back down then and take that triple green? Yep, I think so. So 1, 2, takes us all the way to the bottom. We'll take the triple green guy. Go 1, 2, 3. That's amazing that 3 of the faction leaders came out so close together. And that costs us 2 time. 1. Do I want to load boats? I think I'm okay getting corruption. We've done so good with the corruption cards. Although a single corruption does nothing for me because I'm going to get it anyway. So no, I will just go for that and load a boat. I really want to draw this one now and see what the option would have been, but that's okay. This is going to slide. Double red comes out. Okay. What do we got? Not a lot of meeples left in the bag. We have a wizard, and I've got a lot of blue intel. Now I don't have a ton of time left. I know I want to recall as one of my next actions. I could then go, you know, move my guy up to large goods, 16 for a large blue, or get 24 if I can move all the way over. I think my small blues are going to be worth more than his small blues. Or I could take that blue in. Maybe we do that. And that's the large. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to sell this large blue in here. Sail this large blue in here. This boat in here, I mean. Okay. So I do have another one I could recall, but probably not going to. These 2 will come to their dock. Ooh, green sponsorships are pretty lucrative right now. That's my load boats action. So it is the Peddler going next. He's getting green faction. Wow. So that is 7 times 2 is 14 points. 64. Okay, he's taking the lead once again as soon as I was about to catch up. Cost him 1 time, and he's going to go again. He's going to go get a guy. This could be bad if you get... Well, all of these are... Take this one, please. Oh, he's going to recruit twice. And he's going for right side middle, right? Yeah, right side middle, which is going to be this one. And then these will shift, and he'll take this one. That was not good. Although blue's not terribly valuable. He's also going to draw 4 meeples out of the bag. Wow. Oh, no. If these are all sponsorships. Did I just give him 5? I think he already had one. Okay. I'm pretty sure the rogue just beat us with that one move. But we'll see if we can do anything. That will be 2 movement for him. 1, 2. He's going to load. He's going to look for a blue. Doesn't have it. Look for a yellow. He does. That is going to the right side inside boat. Okay. Dang it. There's not a lot of good options. What do we want to do as the rogue here? We've got 1 time to play around with. We were going to recall, I think, was our next action. Yep. So we're going to up here. I would have moved up and then moved right back down. Take this guy, this guy back into the den. That's 1 time. I got to go again. Where's our bonus? We wanted to get large blue, right? So I could get an intel from him. I could pickpocket to get red and yellow. That doesn't really seem to help me much. I could get a rogue out here into the hall. What I'm worried about is I will only have, if I go here, I only have 1 movement. So I could only then go to corruption cards, which are kind of hit or miss, or back to recall, which I don't see a point in doing if I wanted to get over to this one or this one. I think I have to do it though. So we'll come up here, take this guy, counterfeit a small blue to make that now large blue. We're 16. That'll sell for 32, not horrible. And that costs me 1 time to do. Oh, I already did that. Sorry. No, that was, I recalled first, then I did 1 time. I don't remember. I think so. I think we're right. All right, load boats twice. I got to remember to do everything in the right order. All right. Oh, I was supposed to only take 1 at a time, so only keep 1 of these guys. They're all falling out of the bag. There are very few guys left in the bag, actually. What do I want to do with red? My reds are small right now. He has no small reds. So I could try and bring a red boat in here. I don't really want to make small yellow worth a lot. So let's put a red in here. Second one is another warrior. So yeah, I think I just sell. Whoa, everybody falling out of the boat. Let's do that. And I can maybe try and get my small reds worth 1 more. Right now they're at 6. I can get 1 more intel. Maybe getting that guy. But that's my 2. So it goes to the Peddler. And he is going to score the yellow guild. Just once. So 6 points for him. It's at 170. That's 1 time. He's going to load boats. Probably the last. Oh, no. He's going to do. He has no matching colors. And he has no rogues. So I think he draws from the bag. Let me verify that again. Postmark contains no matching customers or rogues. Randomly draw a venture from the bag. So he wants to keep his sponsorships since he's not helping his goods. It is a blue going to, we can't go to the right side, so it's just looking for the outer edge. Okay, and then he's going to do the same thing again. It is a red, and that's a bummer. That means the black market is kind of worthless because there's only 1 of each color there. Okay. I might want to think about a green sponsorship. The problem is every guy I put here is going to multiply by 3 for him. Ugh. And he doesn't have a lot of corruption. He's only got 1 corruption. Wow. And 2 up there, so I don't know. He's got 1 more turn, and I've got 1 more turn. He's going to yellow and a green good. Small. And they're both not worth very much, so that's fine. What is my biggest benefit? My biggest benefit is getting red higher, right? If I can get 1 red intel, then I can sell it for 9. My green right now sells for 9. There's nothing in the large, so I just have to sell at the black market, which is not bad, for 12. My yellow is just selling for 4. I can't really improve it that much other than just going up. And my blue is best off sold right where it is. So, and I do have 1 movement. With 1 movement, I can recall, which means, again, only affects his corruption. And I could bring back 1, 2. And we think he has 1, 2, 3. So that's 6 points, 12 points. So let's keep that in mind. 12 points for recalling. I could come down here, which is drawing corruption cards. Most likely I would just get a couple movement. I might get a double plus a color. We've had good luck at that. But yeah, I think recall is my best move. So let's go down here, spending 1 time, and recall. Now we know we want to grab this guy because he's not doing anything. We know we want to grab this guy. He's not doing anything. Now, is there any market I'm not selling to? I'm not selling to this market here. So I'll bring him down too. Cool. Yep, that's what we're doing. And that, should he have gone again? He should have. Okay. Whoops. 1 yellow, 1 green. We already knew that. It was the meeple he placed out, but he's not placing meeples out. Okay, so it didn't really affect our thing. Now we're done. Let's sell goods. All right, he has no large goods. We have large blue, which sells for 32. Let's go take the lead momentarily. 79. Okay. As far as small goods, he's got 3 small blues that sell for 8 each, so that's 24. Uh, 94. Then he's got 2 yellow goods which sell for 4 each, so that's 8. 202 now. And he's got 1 green which sells for 3. 205. That's an okay score for the Peddler, and he's about to get a ton more, so yeah, he might hit 300 on this game. As far as our small goods, let's see, red is beneficial to go there, so that's 6 times 4 is 24. So that is going to be 103 or 203. Right there with you, Mr. Peddler. Our green goods are 9 times 1. Do I just wait? Oh, I can't sell them there. I have to sell them here. So 9 points for the green good. That is major bummer. And then the yellow is 4 times 1. Also sucks. And we already did the blue good. So that's my market phase. Nobody is selling to the black markets. Okay, now we do sponsorships. Now he's got 2 reds, which is going to be 6 points. And he's got 3 greens, which is 24. Puts him at 35. Wow. Way up there. After sponsorships, we go into final scoring. So we're going to look at his corruption cards. He did have another green one in there. Oh, that sucks. All right, so red symbol, he's got 2, which is 6 points. Green, he's got 1, 2, which is 16 points. 57. Blue symbol has got 3 is 12. 69. And yellow, he has none. Corruption is going to be 1, 2, 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be close, actually. So 5 times 4 is 20. He's going to lose 20 points and go to 49. And I'm going to gain 20 points and go to 36. Not bad. So we end up losing to the Peddler with a score of 249 to 236. Now, 249 is one of his higher scores, and he was playing on hard difficulty. But I am pretty respectable 236 with the Thief, having pretty bad market phases overall and not being able to get a single sponsorship out there really towards the end. There's just a lot of actions you want to do the rogue, and then there's not a lot of actions almost. It's like sometimes there's like, well, nothing really helps me, or I don't have a movement to do the action that I want. And then sometimes it's like, well, I really need to get a guy on the dock, and I really need a guy in sponsorship, and I need to recall my guys. So the rogue is actually, the thief, sorry, I keep saying rogue, the thief, pretty tricky character to play. You do not have a lot of control on the boats, especially since you're encouraged to take the corruption spots here instead of loading. And then when you do load boats early, you don't really have a good idea of what color you want. You're just maybe like looking to try and hurt the Peddler. But lucky to say that the Thief holds his own versus the hard mode Peddler, and I didn't know if it was going to work, right, as far as the mechanics, and it all did. Everything worked good. I was able to, do all the actions that the Thief is able to do, just if there were another player, and the game worked. So yeah, that's the Thief. Hopefully you guys saw an accurate representation of how the Thief plays, as opposed to a few of the other playthroughs that have gotten a few things wrong. A couple people didn't understand how the movement worked, how the corruption cards worked, and just symbols in general. Obviously we knew how he worked, but we forgot to put some guys out there at the beginning of the game so we couldn't sell. And yeah, let me know if there's anything else we missed. I think there might have been some time here and forgetting how much, yeah, that always happens as you get later into the game. You get a little more, your brain gets tired, and there's no one here to go recommend. I mean, probably the best thing for me to do would be to pause the video, rewind it, and watch it back. But I just don't have that capability with my production yet. So we're trying to improve it. Trying to get better cameras, better editing software, and that kind of stuff. And the way we're going to do that is having more subscribers to our channel. I can't start earning money for this channel until we hit 1,000 subscribers. And we crossed 300. YouTube sent me this like congratulations email. You've hit 300, which was cool. But we're striving for 1,000, and that might take a few months. But yeah, in the meantime, keep subscribing to my channel, hit the like button, sharing social media, commenting, all that jazz. That's going to help grow the channel, and I really appreciate it. Guys, if you like this Merchant's Cove video, stay tuned, and we can go now into the Secret Stash solo scenario campaign. There's 3 solo missions at the end of the game where you choose one merchant and play all 3. So what I need from you is a vote, and we're probably going to try and put a poll up. I'm not sure if I even can based on the capabilities of my channel. I'd like to put a poll up somewhere and see which merchant you guys want me to do. We've played everything that I have. I do not have the Dragon Rancher, and I don't have the one that came with the other game. I think it was like the Adventurer or something. I don't know. There was one expansion character that came with a different game that this company produced. And I don't have that one either. So let me know of the ones that I've showed, which one you want me to take into the campaign. Obviously the Thief is not going to work for that, but any of the others will. And I'll see you when we do that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.